Finished their sound check here as we're backstage, and again, Sean mentioned we're backstage because it's totally cool to be backstage, especially in the circus tent. And it's Matt, and you know, we've got all these volunteers working hard to make things happen tonight. And tickets again, get them VIP for 28 bucks. 13 general admission, the most fun you can have with your clothes on. Although I asked that one guy at the Kiss concert last night, I don't know what he was doing. I was talking about that. You'll see it in our vlogs as well. But Marianas Trench just finished up their sound check up front, and they're joining us here backstage. And we talk about Canadian blockbusters, up and rising stars. These guys are signed on with Chad Kroger's 604 Records label. You back that up with the heavyweight producing engineering, Midas Golden Touch from Mike Fraser, based in DC, Aerosmith fame, and so on. But you know, you got some guys who definitely got some some talent, and looking forward to your show tonight. We have them right here. We got Mike, Ian, Josh, and Matt from Marianas Trench, and welcome to our circus tent. Welcome on board. Thank you.
Thanks.
And totally excited for your show tonight. What's your favorite thing about playing outdoors when it comes to festivals?
I'll tell you what my least favorite thing is about playing outdoors, and it's that you can never see the lights on the pedal board. If it's in the day, and it's in the sun, you can't tell if your effects are on or off. In fact, one time we played a show in Ontario, and all of the pedals were on and no one could really tell, and as soon as I hit the guitar, it was just like and then Mike had Chinese talk radio start coming out of his amp. And then we had a sound guy literally through the, like, there's always these like wedges, speakers at the front of the stage so you can hear yourself or whatever. And we could hear him being like literally over top of us playing, being like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
It was so the bass
awesome.
amp was
It was sheer panic.
You guys are energetic, you guys are electric, and that even came through with your sound check as well. Now, you've got a very special breed of fans as well. They like to call themselves, what is it, trenchers. You got some of the most rabid fans, and
they're very rabid.
Any particularly entertaining or bizarre or just out there fan stories about some of the trenchers who just come out balls to the wall, like just who's that?
I had a girl made a doll of me and cut off her own hair to use as my hair on said doll. And that got weird pretty quick for me. That was weird for me.
Dragon hunting, that's pretty weird.
Oh yeah, there was a girl that wrote me this is crazy. You know what, I hope she does hear this because it's a cry for help. This girl, this was years ago, but this girl wrote me this letter asking if I knew the name, if I knew the entrance to like the secret land of like Dragon Town.
It was Zephyr.
She was looking for Zephyr the dragon and asked if I was the wolf and like knew the entrance. And then I kind of like didn't say anything and just like saw the letter and was like, wow, that is.
We thought she was kidding, but she was being totally dead serious.
Yeah, she's dead serious. And then she showed up again and had another letter, and this was at a smaller show. This was like a long time ago, so we couldn't really like avoid her or anything. And then she actually cornered me and was like asking me like spells and like. I mean, I do pride myself on being pretty good at defensive magic, but other than that, it was weird. It was a strange, and she was not kidding. And like her friend was with her, and they were both like. They both thought that I knew the entrance to like Narnia or something, which I do, but I'm not going to tell her.
You're very close. You're in Sarnia, by the way.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe she's trying. Maybe she's feeling the connection. Who knows?
Probably.
But you know, maybe she's you know, one of those succubuses who draw your energy through your presence and your karma. Worst girlfriend ever. That was about 2 weeks, but that's another story. I'm surprised you guys didn't roll in here in hamster balls like at you know, like at the Much Music Video.
We ran out of air by Mississauga.
Yeah. We were actually going to use those in the show today, but they're with the mail strike. They got something weird with them getting shipped around, so I don't even know where they are right now. I think they're getting shipped back to Vancouver. But our plan was I was going to sing a song inside the ball while crowd surfing, but it's not going to happen today. But we will do that for the summer. But it just wasn't going to happen today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard something about they're going to ship you in the balls and the hamster balls.
You only have about 20 minutes of oxygen in that thing. The weird thing to me is they're designed to be on the water. They're called water balls, and they're designed to walk on water. There's only 20 minutes of oxygen, and the zipper to get out is on the outside. So if you're out at sea and that thing springs a leak, you just straight up drown to death. There's no getting out. Literally, there's literally no hope.
Unless you carry a knife.
Mike is saying unless you
Which
carry
is
a
really
knife.
safe if you're being pulled behind a boat.
Yeah, and on the website they actually have it being pulled behind a ski boat, which Matt and I are going to try in a couple of weeks.
That's the Matt in the band, not me.
Famous last words.
famous last words. And I saw you guys were 2 to a ball. I was like, really? You know, 2 of you, 2 guys.
Oh yeah, so even less oxygen.
1 ball.
Yeah, half as much oxygen per ball. It takes
That was
about
10
9 minutes for
9 minutes.
Matt and I decided that we would get out of the ball once the question, should we get out of the ball, seemed really funny. Because we're probably out of air. No way, we don't need to get out of it. We gotta get out.
I gotta be honest with you, I was stressing out a little bit towards the end.
I know you were.
Towards the end. I was like, yeah, we should probably get out of here. We should probably get out of these balls. I think we should probably get out of these balls right now. You guys
Pretty claustrophobic.
I was like,
Get
not
out of these
yet.
balls?
Not
Doritos
yet.
and root beer was a
So I started
bad
feeling dizzy,
idea.
and I'm like, he's right, we gotta get out. I remember I was going out, and I think he pulled me out of the hole in the
Coordination. I mean, if you haven't seen this, you got to go online and look it up. It's comical. I was watching it going like, really? You rolled into the Much Music Video Awards, and it's like when you have 2 people inside one compartment in a revolving door, and you're sitting there bumping
It's
into each other's
exactly
ankles
like
going,
that. Only the floor is round.
My favorite thing was that like a newspaper in Vancouver gave us all this praise because we were the only artists that had a green, as if that was anything to do with why we chose that.
we're not using the environment's oxygen around us. We're recycling our own air here.
It's manufactured in China where they're very green conscious.
Yeah.
So you guys have made it onto the Grass Next Generation show, and Vampire Diaries. You guys have managed to sneak your way on there.
I knew about Vampire Diaries.
Nice work, us.
Oh yeah, were we on? What was that show that we did when Ian had food poisoning?
Kyle XY. Ian popped like 8 Imodiums just to make it through the first hour of the day, and he was still a sweating, panicky mess. And we were very happy, the 3 of us. Maximum entertainment value.
You guys get to meet Anna Paquin at all? It's kind of, you know, they kept you segregated.
Yeah,
there. Well, you're working on your follow-up, your 3rd album, tentatively titled Ever After.
Yes. Hard work in between all these shows this summer, and hopefully something out pretty damn soon.
So where do you find the time to actually, like, you know, sneak into the studio here and there? Did you lay down a lot of the groundwork already for it, or because you guys are heavily on tour?
That's Josh.
It sucks. That's why we're not actually playing very many shows this summer. Like, there were offers for us to play more, but we just had to turn them down because it is time-consuming recording a record, especially when you don't have it all written yet either. So you know, we can't juggle too many things at once, or else the record will suffer. And really, to me, that's like in the big picture of things, it's more important that we have a good record than that we play a couple extra shows this summer or whatever. So we're mostly like whenever we're home, I'm in the studio pretty much every single day. And like, luckily I do own the studio, so at least we're not like, you know, paying by the hour or whatever.
You can sleep there. You can brew burritos.
I have avoided sleeping. I only slept there once, and I've consciously attempted not to do it because I don't want. That's not a line that I want to cross. Where all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, why don't I just live here? Because my life will go down the toilet very fast if I do that.
Sleeping bag on the floor, alarm clock beside you.
Yeah. So that's I consciously make an effort not to do that one. But yeah, we're pretty much in the studio at all times. Plus, we're shooting. You know, we have a video shoot coming up for the single and stuff. But
And learning to play the new songs.
And yeah, and then that's the thing. Then we also have to rehearse to actually get the songs down because we're sort of writing them as we're recording them. So they change a lot. It'll be like, okay, I got this idea. You know, let's lay down a bunch of tracks, and then I'll kind of cut up the arrangement and figure out how that's going to go. And by the end, it's not necessarily anything like how the song was when it began. And then we have to figure out how to play it.
Now,
so we're actually playing a couple new songs for the first time today.
That's what I was gonna. That was the big question that was going around. All the tracks are like, are they gonna play some new songs off the new album?
Yeah, we're gonna play
them
two.
yet?
We're gonna play 2 songs. One of them is the first single. The other one is also probably a single. I don't think that it's like second or third probably. And I'm actually feeling a little nervous about it.
Suddenly.
Because it's been a while since it's fun for us to do something different. Because, you know, like, you do the same show all the time. Like, we do a different set list every night and everything. But, you know, it's hard not to get bored with your own material sometimes. You know, like, have you ever heard a song so many times where you're like, oh my God, if I hear that song one more time, I'm going to strangle a baby or whatever. And
I'm gonna punch an infant. It's the sound that makes me get it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And sometimes those become your own songs. And generally they become the hits because those are the ones that you've played more and the ones that you've heard more. So like for me, I'm just stoked to play anything different.
Awesome. So we're going to get a little bit of sneak preview of the things to come from Marianas Trench. And again, tonight, tickets are going to run you $13 for general, VIP $28. Well worth the money and well worth, like just the Bayfest experience. It's all part of it. So again, thank you guys for swinging by. Again, I know I didn't see any hamster balls this time, but I did see a guy on a Segway going by, and just like, I didn't know Segways could go that fast. So we're getting our entertainment.
Rip it.
Grip it and rip it. Tonight with Marianas Trench, thanks guys for stopping by. We're going to play a track now called Celebrity Status. Backstage at Sarnia Rogers Bayfest 2011, K106.3.